Hello, everyone, and welcome to English Pod. My name is Marco.
My name is Catherine, and today we've got a very interesting lesson for you all about building your vocabulary. So we're trying to describe personalities. You're going to learn tons of new words.
Exactly, and as you said, we're going to describe people's personalities, so not their physical attributes. We're going to concentrate on how they are in personality-wise and stuff like that.
Their character.
That's right.
So let's take a listen to today's dialogue for the first time, and we'll be back in a moment to talk about some of these great words.
Okay, class, settle down. I have the results of your individual personality tests. I am going to hand them out, and if you'd like, you can read them out loud to the rest of the class.
I'll read mine.
Okay, go ahead.
It says here that I am adventurous, outgoing, and easygoing. It says that I'm a little superstitious and occasionally naive. That's not true.
Well, the test isn't 100% accurate. Is that all it says?
No. It also says that I'm open-minded with great ambition, but that I can also be reckless and clumsy. This is stupid.
Okay. Anyone else want to read theirs?
I'll go. It says that I'm an extroverted, well-balanced person. It says I am generous, outspoken, and very diligent. This is so true. It also says that I am a magnanimous, eloquent, and daring. This is totally me.
Whatever. These tests are baloney.
All right, we're back. So we're going to divide this up into language takeaway parts 1 and 2. So let's start with 5 keywords now on language takeaway.
Language takeaway.
The first adjective that came up was adventurous and outgoing. Outgoing, that's a good one.
Outgoing is a great one. So you think of the word out. That means moving out, going out. Outgoing means someone is very comfortable talking to strangers or talking to people that they don't know very well. Mm-hmm. For example, my brother is very outgoing. He loves meeting new people. He loves starting conversations with strangers.
So the opposite would be shy.
That's
right.
That's
the opposite. Okay, so outgoing. And then it also described this person as being a little superstitious.
Okay, superstitious is very interesting because it's hard to describe since everyone's superstitions are different. In many cultures, there are different superstitions. So, for example, in America, we say that walking under a ladder is bad luck. Mm-hmm. Okay, or opening an umbrella inside is bad luck. Mm-hmm. So if you believe that your actions will bring you bad luck, you're probably superstitious.
Okay, very good. So if you are superstitious, you believe in superstitions.
That's right. So, Marco, are you superstitious? Do you
No.
think that black cats bring bad luck?
No, not at all.
No.
No.
Interesting.
All right. And this is also an interesting word, a way to describe people who are very believing, a person that is naive.
Okay, you said this already. Naive means that someone generally believes most things that you tell them.
Right.
So if I told you, Marco, hey, did you know that it's supposed to rain frogs tomorrow?
No way. Really?
Yeah, really.
Oh, no.
If Marco believes me, he's naive.
Right.
That means that, probably not going to rain frogs tomorrow, but he believes everything I say, so he's a little bit naive or inexperienced.
So naive is not really a bad way of describing a person, is it?
No, but it can be. So you want to be careful. Some people, if you say that they're being naive, it's offensive. So you have to be careful when you say this.
Okay. Moving on, we also had an interesting adjective that described another person, and it was to be reckless. I can also be reckless.
Reckless. Okay, so someone who is reckless often does things without thinking, sometimes things that are dangerous. For example, Marco, I think that driving a car without wearing your seatbelt is very reckless. Okay, that means that you're not thinking about safety.
Right. So a person that is reckless is kind of a synonym of being a little bit dangerous to be around.
That's right. Or someone who does things without thinking about their consequences, their results.
Okay. And also, along with reckless, the test said that this person was clumsy.
Oh, I love this word. There was a very famous commercial when I was growing up in America on the television. It was all about, young students at high school who are clumsy, and so they should buy this special folder for their schoolwork to help them because they're so clumsy.
And they're dropping their papers and their books.
Exactly. So someone who is clumsy often falls down or hits their head or trips or drops their things. If I drop something on the floor and break it, my mother might say, "You're so clumsy.
Clumsy
You should be
fingers."
more careful."
Yeah. So clumsy, is this insulting if you say, "Oh, you're so clumsy"?
No, it's not so bad.
Okay.
There are worse things to say. But if someone often drops things, you can call them clumsy. Or you can also say, "You're such a butterfingers."
Butterfingers.
That means that your fingers are like butter. They're very slippery. You drop everything.
Okay. So clumsy and reckless, they are negative adjectives, right? They're saying that you do things wrong. So it's not really a good thing to be reckless or clumsy.
No, it's not really a good thing. These are not positive characteristics.
Okay, good. So we took a look at those 5, which are very good about one of the people that took the test. Let's move on now to more language and more adjectives on Language Takeaway Part 2.
Language takeaway.
All right, so in this part, we're going to take a look at positive attributes about a person, right? They're all good things about someone.
That's right. And this first one is very good. Extroverted. Extroverted.
A person that's extroverted.
So a synonym of this word is outgoing.
Okay, so it's pretty much the same thing.
That's right, because extro means going out. Out. So in this case, someone who is extroverted often meets new people, goes out and does social things, goes to the movies, goes out with friends, meets strangers, talks to strangers. Again, it's like being outgoing. Someone who's comfortable with new people.
And what about the opposite? So we said that shy is the opposite of outgoing. What would be the opposite for extroverted?
Extroverted's opposite is introverted. Intro means in, not
Okay.
out. So that means someone who's very shy, who is uncomfortable with new people.
Okay. And, well, apart from being extroverted, the test also said that this person is very diligent.
Ooh, diligent is a great word. This is a word you want to hear from your teachers and your bosses. Okay, if someone says, "Marco, you're very diligent at work,"
What does that mean?
it means you're very careful. You always do things very thoroughly.
And also quickly, right? When you tell them to do something, they do it immediately.
That's right. So a diligent worker always does a good job and does it in a timely manner.
Okay. And moving on to our third adjective. This one is kind of strange. It kind of sounds like monogamy, but it's magnanimous.
Magnanimous.
All right.
Magnanimous. This is a great word. We hear this a lot in the newspaper or on TV about usually famous people. He did something very magnanimous, or it was a magnanimous gesture. This describes a person who does things for the benefit of other people. Someone who is thinking about the well-being and the health and the lives of others.
So it would be a person that likes to share, or a person that's not selfish.
Right. So if you donate half of your salary this month to victims of an earthquake, I would say, Marco, that's so magnanimous of you. You're so magnanimous.
Okay. Awesome. And apart from being magnanimous, if a person is eloquent, I guess that's also a positive attribute.
Oh, yeah. This is another really good one. Someone who is eloquent is a very good speaker. Okay. This means that when they talk, they sound very, very good.
Okay.
You know, someone who's eloquent uses big words, but is also very good at making other people listen.
Okay. So it's usually about speaking. So you would say he's an eloquent speaker.
That's right. So someone who is eloquent is fun or good or interesting to listen to.
Okay. And our last description for personalities and the way people are is a person that's daring.
Well, this can be a good thing or a bad thing. It depends on who you're talking about. Because sometimes daring people are also reckless. And this can be dangerous.
Okay.
But sometimes someone who is daring can be doing good things. Like a daring business person might take risks that other people don't take.
Okay, so a person that's daring dares to take risks, right?
You are very daring. You, Marco, are daring because recently you jumped out of an airplane,
Yeah.
right? You did some skydiving.
So that would be considered daring.
That's very daring. I'm not daring like that because I would never jump out of an airplane.
Right. Okay. So we took a look at basically 10 key words here, a lot of adjectives, but they're a great way to describe yourself. Maybe if you're at a job interview, sometimes a typical question is, how would you describe yourself using 3 adjectives?
I'm extroverted, I'm diligent, and I'm open-minded.
Yeah, that's awesome. See? You sound really professional when you say things
Give
like
me the
this.
job.
Yeah, exactly. So, and even if you took a look at some of the negative adjectives that we used, it's also a typical job interview question is like, what are your biggest faults? So you can say, well, maybe I am superstitious and naive, right?
You wouldn't want to say that
in a job interview. But I mean, I don't know, maybe. Because you have to say something, right?
You do, but I would say sometimes I'm a bit too daring, or sometimes I take things personally. We can talk about that another time. But I think for now, it'd be good if we listen to today's dialogue one more time and really got a good sense of how to use these words.
Okay, class, settle down. I have the results of your individual personality tests. I am going to hand them out, and if you'd like, you can read them out loud to the rest of the class.
I'll read mine.
Okay, go ahead.
It says here that I am adventurous, outgoing, and easygoing. It says that I'm a little superstitious and occasionally naive. That's not true.
Well, the test isn't 100% accurate. Is that all it says?
No. It also says that I'm open-minded with great ambition, but that I can also be reckless and clumsy. This is stupid.
Okay. Anyone else want to read theirs?
I'll go. It says that I'm an extroverted, well-balanced person. It says I am generous, outspoken, and very diligent. This is so true. It also says that I am a magnanimous, eloquent, and daring. This is totally me.
Whatever. These tests are baloney.
All right, we're back. So now going into descriptions. What are 3 adjectives that you would use to describe someone that you hate the most? So going back to describing people, how would you describe one of the main things that really irritate you about someone? Maybe if they are clumsy, it really bothers you that people are clumsy, or reckless maybe.
I see what you're saying. Well, I really like extroverted, hardworking people. But in English, we have a word to describe someone who is too extroverted, too hardworking. And we call this person a type A personality. Type A.
Type A.
The letter A. And this means someone who works very, very hard, who is very, very serious, but who's always anxious, always needs to get things done, right? And so these people can be very hard to work with because they're controlling and they're never calm.
So
right?
they're not easygoing.
No, they're not easygoing. They always want to do what they want to do. They're usually not very good listeners. And so this type A personality is something that I would say I'm not a big fan of at work or even when we're going out because,
friends.
with friends, it's hard to be around someone who always has to control you.
This is very interesting, and I'm sure our listeners have a lot of different ways to describe things that irritate them, maybe about people, or maybe attributes that they really admire about someone.
That's right. And I want to give everybody a little bit of homework today. Go home, or if you're at home, look up a word in the dictionary that describes yourself.
Yeah,
An
that's a good one.
adjective to describe yourself.
Hi, Liam. Did you get your personality test back from class?
I did. It was fun to read. It said I'm extroverted, diligent, generous, and a little outspoken.
Outspoken. That means you say what you think, right?
Yes, I speak clearly and honestly, but I try to be polite too. What did yours say?
Mine said I'm adventurous and easygoing. It also said I'm a little superstitious and sometimes naive.
Superstitious. Do you think black tats bring bad luck?
Not really, but I do avoid walking under ladders. I know, it's silly. Naive means I sometimes believe people too fast.
That's okay. Being trusting is sweet. What else did it say?
It said I'm open-minded with big ambition, but I can also be reckless and clumsy.
Reckless means doing things without thinking, and clumsy means dropping things or bumping into stuff, right?
Exactly! Yesterday, I dropped my coffee twice. The floor survived, but my shoes did not.
It's fine. We all drop things. My test also said I'm magnanimous and eloquent.
Magnanimous? Sounds big. What does it mean?
It means I try to be kind and give to others. If someone needs help, I share my time or money. And eloquent means I speak in a way that is clear and nice to hear.
I think that's true. When you explain grammar, people listen.
Thanks. It also said I'm daring sometimes.
Daring? Like taking risks?
Yes, like trying new things, even when they feel a little scary. But I need to be careful, so I'm not reckless.
Good balance. My results said I'm outgoing too. I like meeting new people, but some days I feel shy.
That's normal. Even extroverts can feel shy. Hey, let's practice using these words. Our teacher said these adjectives are great for job interviews.
Good idea. In an interview, they ask, how would you describe yourself?
I would say I'm diligent, eloquent, and open-minded. Diligent means I work carefully and finish tasks on time.
Nice. I would say I'm adventurous, easygoing, and extroverted.
Then they ask, what are your weaknesses?
I could say I can be a little naive, but I'm learning to check facts. That sounds honest.
And I might say, I can be too outspoken, but I'm learning to listen more.
That's humble. Interviewers like honest answers with solutions.
True. Let's role play. You be the interviewer first.
Okay. Welcome, Liam. Tell me about yourself.
Thank you. I'm a diligent person. I finish work on time and I care about details. I'm also eloquent. I explain ideas clearly to my team. And I'm magnanimous. I enjoy helping others, so I volunteer at the library.
Very good. And what's a weakness?
Sometimes I'm too daring. I want to try new ideas quickly. To improve, I make a simple plan first and ask for feedback.
Excellent. You sound professional.
Your turn. I'll be the interviewer. Hi, Luna. How would you describe yourself in 3 adjectives?
I'm adventurous, outgoing, and open-minded. I like learning new tools and meeting new people. I listen to different opinions.
Great. What about a weakness?
I can be clumsy. When I rush, I drop things or make small mistakes. To improve, I slow down and check my work twice.
Thank you. That is clear.
How was that?
That was strong. The adjectives made your answers powerful and simple.
Thanks. I want to practice more examples so the words feel natural.
Let's each make 2 tiny stories with the adjectives.
My aunt is diligent. She wakes up early, makes a list, and finishes each task. And my little sister is clumsy. She drops her spoon, but she laughs and tries again.
My neighbor is eloquent. At the community meeting, everyone listens when she speaks. And my brother can be reckless. He sometimes rides a bike without a helmet. Now he is learning to be careful.
These tiny stories help a lot. They show context. Words are easier when we connect them to real life.
Yes, we can also use the adjectives to talk about ourselves with kindness. For example, I am outgoing, but I respect quiet people.
I am daring at work, but I don't take dangerous risks.
I am easygoing with friends, but I am diligent with homework.
I am open-minded about food, but superstitious about ladders.
True. I also learned about type A personality. A type A person works very hard, is very serious, and wants to do everything fast. They are not easygoing.
Balance is good. Being diligent is great, but rest is important too.
Agreed. Now, let's practice polite ways to be outspoken. Sometimes outspoken can sound rude if we are not careful.
We can soften our words. Instead of, that plan is bad, we can say, I have a different idea. May I share? Or, I see your point. Could we also consider this option?
That keeps the eloquent tone clear and kind.
Okay, mini challenge. We each choose 3 adjectives and plan 1 action for each. I'll pick magnanimous, eloquent, and daring.
And I'll pick adventurous, open-minded, and diligent.
For magnanimous, I'll donate 2 books to the community shelf. For eloquent, I will practice a short speech and record it. For daring, I will sign up for the open mic night next month.
For adventurous, I will try a new running path in the park. For open-minded, I will listen to a podcast from someone with a different opinion. For diligent, I will review vocabulary for 20 minutes and check my notes twice.
Excellent. Also, let's do a quick fact, warning, advice game for 2 words, reckless and eloquent.
Reckless fact. Reckless driving is dangerous. Warning. If you are reckless, you might get hurt. Advice. Think before you act.
Eloquent. Fact. The speaker was eloquent. Warning. If you speak too fast, you won't sound eloquent. Advice. Use pauses when you talk.
Great. Now, let's act out a short real scene to end our practice. We're at a street market. You see a table with glass cups, and you feel excited and a bit clumsy.
I almost bumped the table. You hold it and smile. Careful, Luna.
I say, it's okay. You pick up a cup and whisper, this design is daring.
Yes, but the edges are thin, you say. Don't be reckless. Use 2 hands.
You use both hands and grin. Good tip. You're so diligent, Lena.
Maybe I'm just careful. We pay the seller and carry the cup to a bench.
The band in the square starts to play. People dance. You say, I want to dance, but I'm shy today.
You stand up and bow in an eloquent, silly way. I laugh. Okay, I'll be adventurous. We dance a simple step. The crowd claps for everyone.
After the song, we sit again. You were great.
I was clumsy at first, but then I relaxed.
That's the spirit. Being outgoing is like a muscle. It gets stronger with use.
The sun is warm. I say, I feel grateful. Thank you for being magnanimous today. You paid for the cup and saved it from my clumsy hands.
You're welcome. Your adventurous heart makes days brighter.
Let's write our 3 actions in our phones so we remember.
Done. Also about easygoing. Easygoing people are nice to be around, but they can also say what they want. It's okay to be easygoing and outspoken when needed.
True. Like, I'm easygoing about the restaurant, but I'd like a quiet table. Eloquent and clear.
We used many adjectives today. Adventurous, outgoing, easygoing, superstitious, naive, reckless, clumsy, extroverted, diligent, magnanimous, eloquent, daring, open-minded, outspoken.
And we learn to be kind to ourselves. We all have strengths and weak points.
Yes, we can grow step by step.
Before we go, one last promise.
Sure.
Tonight, I will say I am diligent when I finish my study notes.
And I will say, I am eloquent after I practice my speech.
Tomorrow, we tell each other how it went.
Deal. Also, I'll walk around the ladder just in case.
Ha, superstitious again.
Maybe a little, but I'm also open-minded if science proves me wrong.
Same. Okay, friend. Thank you for this talk. It was warm and helpful.
Thank you, Luna. Your adventurous energy makes learning fun.
Let's go get tea and celebrate our small wins.
Yes. Today we were brave, careful, and kind. That's a perfect mix.
And our day ends with a smile.
With a smile. Hello, my friends. Welcome back to our English lesson, full of bright energy and simple, clear words. And today we build strong vocabulary to talk about personality. Not about hair or eyes or height, but about the heart, the habits, the way a person acts with other people. And I will guide you step by step in an easy spoken way, like we are in one friendly classroom, and I am standing in front with a smile and soft hands, saying, settle down, take a breath, and get ready to grow. Because these words help in work, in school, with friends, and even in a job interview where someone might ask for 3 adjectives to describe yourself, and you will feel calm, ready, and proud. We begin with a story feeling. To make the words real, the teacher hands out individual personality tests, and some students read the results out loud to the class. And the room feels excited and funny and a little nervous at the same time. So I move slowly and keep my voice warm as I show you each word with a simple meaning and a short sentence that you can say right away. And as you listen, you can whisper each line and feel the sound in your mouth. Adventurous is a person who likes new places and new things and small risks that are safe. And a simple sentence is, I am adventurous and I like to explore new food. And the opposite feeling is to stay in the same place all the time. But today we focus on the positive, the brave, the soft, and the kind. Outgoing is another good word. It means friendly and comfortable with people, easy to talk, happy to meet a stranger on a bus and start a small chat. And a clear line is, my brother is outgoing and loves meeting new people. And the opposite word is shy, a person who needs time to open up. And that is okay too, because every style is fine. Easygoing is a calm person who does not get angry quickly and does not make trouble over small things. And a sentence is, my aunt is easygoing and does not stress when plans change. And in daily life, easygoing people help the room feel safe. Superstitious describes someone who believes that some acts bring good luck or bad luck, like opening an umbrella inside, or walking under a ladder, or seeing a black cat. And a gentle line is, my neighbor is superstitious and carries a lucky coin. And remember, this word is not always nice to say about a person, so use it softly and with care. Naive is a person who believes many things too easily, often because of little experience. And a kind sentence is when I was young, I was naive and believed every story on the internet. And this word is not always bad. It can be honest and sweet, but say it with a soft face and with love. Open-minded is a great word for life. It means you can listen to a new idea that is different from your idea. And you can say, I am open-minded and I like to hear both sides. And if someone has great ambition, it means they have big goals and strong plans and a big heart for work. And a clear line is, she is open-minded with great ambition and wants to grow step by step. Reckless is a word for dangerous action without thinking first, like driving without a seatbelt or running across a busy road. And a short line is, it is reckless to text while driving. And clumsy is a word for a person who drops things or bumps into a table or trips on stairs. And a friendly line is, I am clumsy in the morning and I always spill my coffee. And some people say butterfingers when a person drops many things in one day, and everyone can laugh kindly and help pick up the papers from the floor. Extroverted is a longer word that is close to outgoing. It paints a picture of a person who gets energy from being with people, who likes to talk and join a group. And a sentence is, he is extroverted and enjoys big parties. And the opposite is introverted, a person who gets energy from quiet time, from a book or a walk alone. And that style is also fine and good, because every person needs their own safe space to rest. Well-balanced is a nice, soft word. It means not too hot and not too cold, not too fast and not too slow. A person who can work, rest, talk, and listen in the right amount. And a line is, my manager is well-balanced and keeps a cool head in busy weeks. And generous is easy to love. It means you like to give time, help, or money when someone needs it. And a line is, our neighbor is generous and brings soup when we are sick. Outspoken means you say what you think in a direct way, sometimes strong and clear, and it can be good when done with respect. And the line is, my friend is outspoken and says the problem with simple words. And diligent is a beautiful work word. It means careful, complete, and on time. And a line is, the new nurse is diligent and always checks every detail before she rests. Magnanimous is a big word with a big heart. It means you forgive or you give even when you do not need to. You do something kind for others. And a line is, the singer was magnanimous and donated the prize to a small school. And eloquent is the sound of a strong, clear voice, a person who speaks in a way that people love to hear. And a line is, the speaker was eloquent and the room was quiet and moved. Daring is brave in action, and it can be good or bad depending on the case. So you can say, she was daring and started a new business with care. And also you can say, he was daring and climbed the tall rock with a rope and a plan. And when daring becomes fast and careless, it can become reckless. So a safe life needs a smart balance. Now let us place the words into small daily scenes so you can use them at once. A student reads a card and says, I am adventurous, outgoing, and easygoing, and then smiles and adds, I am a little superstitious and sometimes naive. And the teacher nods and says, that is honest and brave. And another student says, I am extroverted and diligent. I am generous and outspoken. And the teacher adds a new line. You are also well-balanced and open-minded with great ambition. And a third student whispers, I can be reckless and clumsy, but I am learning to slow down. And the class claps because honesty is strong. In work life, these words help you write a short profile or speak in a meeting. And you can say, I am diligent and open-minded. I enjoy feedback. And I finish tasks on time. And you can add a soft human line. I try to be generous with help and easygoing when plans change. And if a manager asks for a small self-check, you can say, sometimes I am a bit naive, and sometimes I can be too daring. But I am learning from the team, and I am growing faster each month. And this shows balance and truth in a simple way. In a job interview, you can speak like this without fear. I am extroverted, diligent, and open-minded, and I have great ambition to learn. And if they ask for a challenge, you can say, I can be clumsy with many tabs open on my laptop, so I make lists and move slower to avoid mistakes. And these clear lines help you look real and strong. In family life, these words help feelings. You can say thank you for being generous when a cousin brings food. You can say you are eloquent when a friend gives a speech at a wedding. And you can say that was magnanimous when a sister forgives a small fight. And you can smile and say, my dad is easygoing and my mom is well-balanced, and together they make a happy home. And now you are using rich words in easy sentences. Let us build a fast practice train so the sounds enter your muscles. Speak softly after me with calm rhythm. Adventurous and ready for new paths. Outgoing and happy to meet people. Easygoing and relaxed under pressure. Superstitious about lucky socks. Naive when tired at night. Open-minded to new ideas. Great ambition for better days. Reckless when I ride too fast. Clumsy with keys in the dark. Extroverted at a party. Introverted on Sunday morning. Well-balanced with work and rest. Generous with time. Outspoken with love. Diligent with details. Magnanimous after a fight. Eloquent on stage. Daring with smart plans. And feel how your breath supports each line like a small drum. Next, a little street scene makes the vocabulary natural. A friend drops a phone and laughs and says, I am so clumsy today. Another friend helps and says, no problem, let us slow down. A bus driver is eloquent on the speaker and gives clear directions. A teacher in the park is magnanimous and gives free help to children with homework. A group of runners is adventurous and tries a new hill. A bakery owner is generous and shares bread at the end of the day. And a nurse is diligent on a long night shift and keeps every person safe. And your mind now holds many pictures for each word. Sometimes a person is a type A personality, which means very serious, very focused, always needs to do things fast and perfect, often not easygoing, sometimes controlling, and the soft line to remember is this style can make strong results, but can also make stress in a team. So a well-balanced path needs breaks, water, walking, and kind words to others. And if you feel type A in your body, you can breathe, write a list, and move one step at a time with care. From time to time, you will hear a funny old word like baloney when someone thinks a test is not true. And you can smile and keep your calm voice, because labels are not the final truth. They are only small tools, and your daily actions still show who you are. Generous in the morning, diligent after lunch, open-minded in a meeting, eloquent when you give thanks, magnanimous when a mistake happens, and well-balanced when you end the day with a walk and quiet music. Now build a pocket set of ready lines for fast use in life. Here they are in simple form for your mouth. I am outgoing and easygoing. I am diligent and open-minded. I am adventurous but not reckless. I can be clumsy, but I slow down. I have great ambition and I make small plans. I try to be generous every week. I speak in an eloquent but friendly way. I am daring with care. I am extroverted at work but introverted at home. I am well-balanced and I sleep early. And if you hold these lines in your phone or in your mind, you can pull them out fast when you need them. It is also kind to use these words to praise others. Here are soft praise lines for daily life. Your grandmother is eloquent when she tells a story after dinner. Your coach is magnanimous when he forgives a late arrival. Your sister is diligent when she studies and checks her notes. Your friend is outspoken when she protects someone. Your neighbor is generous with tools and time. Your classmate is adventurous with a new club. Your partner is easygoing when the train is late. And your boss is well-balanced when a plan must change. And each line builds love and trust. For quick review, hold the meaning in one breath like a song and move your hands to match. Adventurous is new paths. Outgoing is warm talk. Easygoing is soft shoulders. Superstitious is lucky signs. Naive is quick belief. Open-minded is open hands. Great ambition is a long road with a smile. Reckless is danger without thought. Clumsy is a small drop and then a laugh. Extroverted is a busy room. Introverted is a quiet chair. Well-balanced is a steady scale. Generous is a wide heart. Outspoken is clear truth. Diligent is careful steps. Magnanimous is big kindness. Eloquent is sweet sound. Daring is brave action with a plan. And with this motion, your body will remember the words. As we close, keep the voice in your chest that says you can learn and you can grow, and you can speak about yourself and about others with respect and power. Because these words are tools for peace, not for attack. And today you learned to name light and dark with calm, to choose the right word, to hold your tone kind, and to build trust through clear language. And I am proud of your focus and your heart, and I can feel your English getting stronger, more open-minded, more eloquent, and more well-balanced with every line you speak and every small step you take in daily life.